Hello everyone, Esther here. Today I'm just going to touch on Google Drive and how to upload your files from your computer into your Drive and why you would even want to do this. So why don't we start there with the why. The biggest reason to do this, to bring files from your desktop onto your Google Drive, would be your ability to access these files from anywhere, anytime. So you don't necessarily have to do all your work out of Drive from now on, um, and you can get to that eventually. But the idea here is that a lot of your lesson plans or things like that you typically save on your computer at school, if you go ahead and save them to your Drive, your Google Drive, then you can access those from home on your laptop. You could be on vacation. You could use someone else's computer somewhere. The idea is it gives you a lot more freedom in when you can access your different files. Plus, it backs them all up. So your desktop at school, those are a little older, something could happen to it, and you could lose everything. So I always encourage people, no matter what the files might be, even my students, I always encourage them to back it up, whether you use Dropbox or in our case, we have access to Drive, so you use Drive to back things up. All right, so there's the reason why. What I would do first is I would start out by making a folder. So you might just call this desktop resources. Okay, maybe your only goal right now is to get everything on your Drive in one folder, and after that, you will divvy it up into the appropriate folders. Maybe you don't like to work that way. You want to create folders for each, course, and you'd rather just start putting in your content based on the course. So you could do that as well. So you can see they pop up alphabetically. So how I would put files into a folder I just created. I would click on my folder, and right here it tells you can drop files or use the new button. So I could click and drag. Some people aren't really good at that. So if you don't like to click and drag things, then you just come to new, and right here you can upload a file or an entire folder. So for some of you that already have your resources organized into folders, you might just come back to the My Drive. You might not even make these different folders, or maybe you just make one desktop resource folder and then you put all your various folders from your desktop in here. So if you were to do folder upload, I have an example folder that I'm going to pick right here. So I went to my desktop, clicked on the folder, and I clicked upload. So down here it's telling me how long it's going to take, how much is uploaded, and it says upload complete. So if I open this, all the files that were in that folder are now in my Drive in that folder. Now you'll notice they're all in their original form. So this is still a Word doc, this is a PowerPoint, this is a PDF, this is a picture file or a JPEG. So nothing's changed, it's just uploaded the various files in my folder. If you would rather upload just the files by themselves, maybe you have specific files you want, then you can do upload files, and then I can click on, and you can click on multiple ones. So maybe I want this document and I want mitosis PowerPoint. What I did is I clicked on one, I pressed the shift key. So you press the shift key, you hold it down, and then I clicked on mitosis and it highlighted both of them. So that's a little trick in case you want to highlight multiple. And then I can click open, and now it's putting in just these files. So again, I started out in my drive. I went to new folder, and I created my desktop resource folder. I clicked into it, and then I did new folder upload, and I did a new file upload. And that's basically how you get your desktop files into Drive. Now, if you're interested in converting them, so maybe I want my Word document now to be a Google document, all you have to do is open with, and you choose Google Docs. Once I do that, it automatically generates the same document, but as a Google document. So there's the name it had before. I would get rid of like the docx. It's not a Word doc anymore, you know, it's a Google Doc. So I might just say that. Syllabus. I can X out. I can X out of this view. And you'll notice now I have the W, which is the Word document. That was my original document. And I have this blue Google Doc icon. So this is the Word document with the W. This is the Google Doc. So what I could do if I wanted is I could come here, I could click on the Word doc, and I could come up here to the trash can, and I can just get rid of it, because now I have it as a Google Doc. Same with my PowerPoint. I can click on it, I can do open with Google Slides. So the main reason you would want to do this is if you want to work within your Drive. So if you want to edit things within your Drive, if you have a Word document, it's a Word document. You're not going to be able to just start editing it because you're not in Word, you're in Google Drive. So in order to use those files and edit them, add to them, share them, so other people can add to them, that's when you would want to open it up and convert it into either a slides or a Google Doc or Google Sheets. So there it is. It is now a Google slide presentation. So again, I just exit out of that, close the preview mode, and you'll see here I have both of them. Here's the P, that's the PowerPoint, and this is the yellow Google Slides icon. So I can come to the P and I can click the trash can, and I just removed it. Anything I remove goes into my trash here. So there's the mitosis, there's the Word doc. So there you go. Now it's a Google Slides and Google document. So I hope that helps some of you get started. If you have any other questions about any of this, just let me know.